You know what I mean? When you have a person getting on their platform and saying that I could have used them for clout, and I asked them to do an interview, and I came to them is bitches that I would never fuck with anyway. Because it's like, don't be my friend and you're collecting for the time we fall out so you can be like, well, you wanted me to do an interview. I'm the one who always came on your platform. It's like, well, bitch, don't come on there. If you're counting the things that you do for me, if you're counting the things that you feel like benefited me in the back of your mind, so then if we ever fall out, you can go and be like, well, I never wanted to be his friend. He wanted to be my friend. Okay, girl, I wanted you to do the interview. I thought it'd be a great moment. We were covering the trial. It was a vibe. I fucked with you. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. But you didn't do me no favor. I didn't need you for no interview. I didn't need you for then was trying to make it seem like I had the highest views, and and I was what was leading up to Fox Soul. Like, so when people use language like that, I'm like, girl, what's your tea? Why is everybody mentioning Fox Soul? Like, now you was leading up to the Fox Soul and like all that shit. All right, if all you bitches is doing that, well, bitch, you get on the show. You, and you bitches go do it. I don't give a fuck who led up to what. I was the one that's on the show. So obviously your lead up wasn't good enough to get you on that motherfucker. Okay? So leave me alone. Everybody. MilagroGramz is talking about, oh, it's access is cut off and this. I don't give you can't cut me up. I don't give a fuck about no, like, respectfully. You're not doing anything that I can't or haven't done. I don't need your access. Okay, no one's like, and this is all across the board. Bitches are not. I'm done with people feeling like they've given me an opportunity. They've given me stuff. Respectfully, thank you, but no, thank you. I don't give a fuck about your access. I would much rather your people and everybody associated with you stop mentioning you in my comments, because I would never want you to think that I need to discuss you for engagements. Have you typed in? Have you typed in YouTube? I'm in every conversation. Okay, so, and I'm really trying to get out of it. I don't want to be in any of the conversations. I don't. I want to move on, be with the people that fuck with me. So I'm going to just continue. If you notice that you've been blocked, I'm just blocking at this point. So you're going to have to create another page, and I'm going to block that one. I just don't want to. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it because I'm not about to get. I don't care. Just get into no MilagroGramz or mom. Like, I don't care about that headline. It's not important to me. Like, girl, please. At the end of the day, it was what it was. I just do not like the gaslighting that all of a sudden I didn't call you, but you took zero accountability. Girl, you went online, you did what you did because of the phone call. You let your fans do what they did. I caught wind of it. I paid it. I went to New York and I moved accordingly. Now you're trying to make it seem like it was something more than that. So everybody's wanting to ignore the fact that that happened. If you really fuck with me, you would have never went online like that and you would have called me. We're leaving it at that. So all these other variables about it being Cardi B and her getting into it, I don't give a shit about that. I'm entitled to my goddamn opinion. But even so, that was after she already had did what she had did online. So, and in regards to, she made a statement about recording phone calls. Baby, I don't ever record phone calls. So you bitches be trying to do too much digging and don't even do enough listening, and y'all don't even know what happened. The three-way phone call that was had, everybody was privy to the conversation on the phone, and everybody, it was a three-way call made. There wasn't a call where people were listening in. Eva was on the call because we were talking about something else. Anything that was unprivy was from the other side. I'm a very upfront bitch. So I don't have to have bitches listening to your phone calls. And for what? Like, who are, like, who, like, what, like, girl, like, what? Like, huh? Like, what? Like, huh? Like, what? Like, bitch, like, let's, like, I'm really trying not to get like that, but like, girl, like, let's not gas it. Bitch, you bitch, and I'm Armon, not the little one, bitch. So let's be very clear. I don't need no bitch for nothing. My name makes bitches money. Let's be very clear on that. Okay? So with that being said, respectfully, guys, let her be on her wing. I'm gonna be on my wing, and I'm good. I'm good. Please, 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 I'm asking you nicely. Let it rest.
Hello, Armon. How
Hey,
are you?
girl, I'm about to go try to make some more videos about fucking other shit.
Mm,
I'm like, y'all, every time I tweet, somebody's like, and I'm just like, girl, like, just let it go. This woman said she don't want to be cool, whatever, whatever. I don't care. Like, I would just wish people would just let it be what it's gonna be.
right. And I think I agree. I think it's
Yeah.
time just to start blocking and unfollowing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start blocking because it's like, girl, I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, I don't care to get into that. I don't really care to get into that. I really don't care. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm on, y'all. But shout out to everybody who watched my other video. I'm dropping another video today.
Okay.
Right? Your fear of being perfect is getting you is slowing you down. Okay, the fear of having everything perfect is getting in your way. So that's what I'm on right now. I like my mood. I like my vibe. I don't care about this other shit, and I'm definitely not. I'm elevating, and I do not care to be in headlines with shit that don't matter.
All right.
Okay. So I just needed to make a public because doing the tweeting and driving, girl, was sending me. I'm like, all right. Because I'm like, I'm literally driving and people, Armand, it's your fault. And this is like, why do people not acknowledge the fact that this woman took zero accountability for going online and doing that after the phone call was made? Like, why do people like not acknowledge that?
Mm. Yeah, they seem like they're
Like,
expecting more from you.
you can't expect more from me than you expect from her.
Right.
Are you crazy? Everybody always expect more from me. That's
Yep.
when y'all be seeing me go off. That I think that might be a video. How is it that you expect more from me than you're willing to give?
Right. They also expect you to do
That,
shit that they would never do first.
that they would never do. How and it's the gaslighting for me. The fact that I said, girl, I pay attention to people who have called me, who have done this,
Hmm.
or didn't call me during the foxhole, then somehow it turned into she's been in a natural disaster and this and that and I didn't call her and I should call, and I'm like, but girl, through the natural disaster and all of that, you've been on Twitter
Hmm.
and you've been retweeting me getting fired.
Which is fine, or like, are you upset about that, or are you just like,
No, it's fine, but my no, I don't care. But when you try to make it seem like I hadn't called you and you don't have no power, you don't have this,
mm.
you had enough power to make sure you got that post up. Like, come
Ron
on.
said, okay,
Like, girl, let's not do that. Like, so my thing is just take accountability, girl. You went online, you did what you did, girl, but you never do that. And then what I don't like is people that just can't take accountability. And then it's like, well, you wanted me to do the interview. I did like you did me a favor. Bitch, I don't need you to do me no favor. You could have not did it. But you wanted to do it too.
right,
But see, people like that don't ask you because they're not genuine in the first place. Because when Mad Day comes, they want to be a well. They hands are not dirty.
right,
They'll do it with you, but then it's like, well, you asked
right,
me. You wanted a picture with me. Well, girl, you stood in the picture. You sat and did the interview.
right.
You was just as giddy and excited as me.
That's true. Like you said, they don't
But you
want
know,
to.
but
They want it so that, like you said, when Mad Day comes, well, you came to me at the end of the day. You
yes, that's
know,
all. That's always been her thing, and I just I never I always no I don't like that because when I come genuine. I don't come like oh you came to me, bitch. If you came to me and said let's take a picture, girl, I obviously want to take the picture with you.
right,
So like girl, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But she likes to pull that like you came to me. Okay, girl. Well, now I'm telling you that I don't give a fuck. So I came to you, and now I'm leaving too. So, bitch, fuck it. And you don't have to answer the phone, and I don't, and I'm not calling you. So let's let it rock.
mm-mm.
All right.
Well,
So
I
now
don't
that
think
y'all
people
know,
knew that it was more than just the Cardi B thing. I think people, like, now that you kind of explained, like, it was kind of some tension before all that happened.
Well, no, it really wasn't. These are things that she recently said. I see she just said this stuff like yesterday or whatever. I seen it in the YouTube video.
Hmm.
So these are things that she's recently said. But what I'm saying is the issue that I had was when it was mentioned that I had a phone call with Cardi B, and she went and let people say whatever she was saying. They were saying, and she said out her own mouth, "It looks away. It looks crazy. They both look crazy." And I'm just like, you never called me, but you went on station head and allowed that. So don't try to make it seem like, oh, I sided with Cardi B 2 weeks after, you know,
But your it's no shade, but
when
your
you
phone
made it.
call with Cardi B has nothing to do with her, and that's like no shade. But what does that
Right,
have to do with
right,
her?
right. And let's just keep it a stat. Milagro goes to places on female rappers that I don't go. I'm not
Right.
getting into it with Henny. I'm not getting into babies. I'm not. That's her. That's her thing. That's her. That's cool. I'm not. I'm not doing that. And again, based off of what she was said on, based off what she said in her recent station head, I would. I'm getting more content for myself. I would look a fool for crashing out for her because in her mind, I was just a fan that she was giving clout to. Because remember, I wanted her for the picture. I wanted her for the interview. I
Hey.
came and sought after her. So, bitch, I'm glad that you felt like that. So I was rightfully so in my discernment. This is why you always trust your discernment. Okay? You always trust your discernment. And when I talk about discernment, this is a lesson. You can be cool with people, but there's certain levels that your bodies and your spirit say, hey, don't go there. You might invite someone to your home, to your complex, but you don't bring them in your house. You take them to the roof.
Mm, okay.
You might associate with somebody, but you take them in your car, but you don't let them meet your dogs or your man. Like there's just levels to
Girl.
it. You trust your discernment, and then what ends up happening is all things become revealed at some point.
Overtime, yeah.
And so, what would I look like
Taking up her woes.
going
Right.
crashing out over Cardi B, and then inevitably this day was going to happen because she clearly, when I felt the way, didn't take accountability. She straight up gaslit me, and then somehow she turned into the victim, like I owed her something, but never acknowledged the fact that she went online, but instead tried to bring up a YouTube video that I did on her and Riley from 6 months ago, which I know she saw, which but that was not making you content. And go at the end of the day, I had your back in that video. But instead of saying, you know what, hey, I did do that. That was probably kind of out of line. All of a sudden, well, you did a video on me. You took something from my station and made it content. All right, girl. But I didn't call you crazy or call you weird for anything specifically. When you go out on your fucking tangents against Cardi B, I don't go out and say that that looks crazy. That looks
Right. You
weird.
pay it.
I may not
Right.
agree. You know, only time we do that, I did that in a joking manner when it came to Megan Thee Stallion and me, but we were on the opposite sides. When she came in the spaces,
Mhm.
it was very clear
Right.
then
That
that we were not on the
at
same
all.
side. It was very so I don't understand why everybody is forgetting. And then like so I just don't so my thing is this because a lot of these girls I'm noticing they trying to take credit for who I am. Cause she made it seem like I went to his place. It's always been on Armand's onus and this like I needed you to do me this favor. I didn't need you to come into the spaces. I didn't need you to do no interview. I'm thankful that you did. Shout out to you. You know, mwah, 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 mwah. We good, boo. We had some great memories. But bitch, don't ever get it twisted. Like I need any of you bitches.
Right. That's why it's good
I
to
don't need
just
you hoes.
sometimes people be like, "Oh, why don't you collaborate? Why don't you collaborate?" Because it's like, girl, you got to be careful. Not saying that she's a bad person or anything, but like, you can't collaborate with any and everybody because then they start to feel like,
Because now all of a sudden we would like, because she has a good platform and I have a good platform,
right,
right? And we do numbers, but because it was on, all of a sudden she like, girl, no, we brought this together.
right, it's as if she's bigger than like you're like she's Beyonce or somebody.
Yeah, like she did me some sort of favor. Like, no, we did this together. We created magic, and let's let it be that, and let's move on. But don't try to downplay what I bring to the table, because you don't bring the whole table.
Right. Maybe it's some chairs, some plates.
No, I feel like we are 50-50. We bring it to each other.
Right.
But it's given like I brought. Girl, I'm glad we have views. Of course, you have Armon Wiggins and MilagroGramz doing a podcast. Yeah, it's gonna be views. I'm a person. You a person. But to just act like, girl, you just sit somewhere and be, and you just your presence alone just takes bitches to the moon and back. It's
It's
not
not
giving
giving
that
that.
love.
Like I'm a.
It's not giving that, and it's definitely not giving that for me.
The girls be arguing over percentages. Oh, I'm a 7.5. Okay, well you're a 7.6. You're not that you're not that but a lot of seems like with you, a lot of people do think that like they're the celebrity and it's like Armand is like, you're not the celebrity. Like you're not Nicki
But I
Minaj.
try to respectfully
Right.
like not get into that bag, cause it's like, girl,
But if we have to make the
like
distinction, we're both social media
yeah, and it's
commentators.
like the distinction is that she like if you like what is she doing that I can't do or haven't
Right.
done?
But maybe she's upset that, and it seems like a couple people, not just on my lot, but a couple people are upset that you did have a call with Cardi B, which is your prerogative. Like,
I don't give a fuck about that. Like I don't care. My thing is, if you felt the way, you call me privately. But when you go online and you allow your fans that's been wanting us to fall out to get in here and try to paint these narratives, and you fall for it, the only way you fall for it is because you feel away. You remember that day that the guy came up here and he was dragging Claudia Jordan?
yes, yeah, Barb's yeah,
And I, what did I
yeah,
do? I
you
nipped
nipped
it.
it,
But if I would have kind of been quiet and moved,
right,
I'm let it rock a
girl.
little bit,
That
then
would have
it's like,
got to
oh,
her, and she would have been like, what? Yeah,
yes. But then she would have thought, but she would have been wondering in her mind, well, why would he let that rock? He must feel some type of way towards me.
right.
Because if you was really my friend and you fuck with me, you wouldn't even let that kind of energy
Right.
rock.
Or in this, like, it's not even because people have a right to their opinion, but you can say, well, that's not how I make it clear. Well, I don't feel that way. Or,
Yeah,
oh, I disagree. You can feel that way,
exactly.
but sometimes, and I think I get it when you're like, well, if people disagree, why do y'all always just remain so mute? So, y'all just say nothing. It's not like you have to necessarily agree with the person, but you can also, if especially if you disagree, loudly disagree, just like how y'all loudly agree with people online also loudly disagree if you truly don't feel that way. But I do feel like some folks they may disagree, but they remain quiet and neutral.
Right, but then to add on, it looks crazy or that did look weird. And then for people to say, I didn't hear it all. No, I did hear it. I heard that. And that was before New York. That was before the BET Awards. So I had already caught on. I had already paid it.
Right.
And then if you notice, she started really heavily doing the promotion of the failure
The
of the
show.
show without calling
Right.
me. So one is supposed to think, so you did that on Station Head, and now you're posting everything Fox Soul, and so you feel slighted a little bit by that phone call because you still haven't called me about it. You never called me about Fox Soul. So girl, oh, I see what the play
But
is.
see, you didn't even see. You didn't get on here and crash out and call her all types of ops and all that. You
I
didn't
didn't
do.
say
You didn't do
anything. I didn't
anything.
say anything. I just peeped
Right.
it. It was weeks before. I'm just now speaking about
Right.
it, but I peeped it when it
And
happened.
you're like, okay, noted.
Yes,
So.
I never said because I didn't because I don't care, and respectfully, I had bigger things going on, bigger conversations
Mhm.
happening. Respectfully,
Come on.
so so at the end of the day, I didn't care. So now it's getting brought up because things have slowed down and dwindled down, and now I can kind of touch grass a little bit and get back to the basics.
Hmm.
But bitch, when everything is heightened, you think I'm finna? Oh, okay, I peeped you. I'm gonna get to you when I have time, but this is not my priority. I peeped her already. I saw it
Hmm.
because I didn't come out and say anything. That happened immediately
Right.
after. I didn't say anything. Girl, I went on vacation, had a good time. I paid it. Then I watched how she moved. I watched how she rolled that Fox Social with no phone call. So I'm like, oh, she feels away.
And the thing is, these everybody has your number. That's what I don't. It'd be one thing if
Yes.
we just know each other online and I don't got your number. But I will say, question Armand, just for just some because people love to say I just kiss your ass. You never reached out to her either, correct?
For what?
So you didn't? Did you feel any type of way about how she was moving?
I'm not reaching out to you if you decided to take it to the internet.
Okay, okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like if you once you go to the internet,
all's
it's
fair.
almost like well, no, it's not even about all's fair. So let's just say me and you friends, whatever. I drag you on the internet, but then I want to apologize to you privately,
Right. Okay.
or if I
Yes.
drag you on the internet, then all the narrative is pushed, and then you come call me and have a conversation, and we smooth it over. It don't work
Right.
that way because, girl, now we gotta fix
On
this
the
via the
internet.
internet, or we dismantle it because you took it to the internet. So now it's like one person is left being dragged, and I just
Right.
kind of felt like it was very weird. It was very odd, and in the height of everything else I had going on, girl, you did that, and I just feel like, girl, you want to get in on the moment. Like, it's no shade. So you got that, but I'm over the headlines with Milagro Armon because it's not a thing.
Mhm.
It does nothing for me. So I really don't care. I want y'all to stop because, like I said, I reached out and she felt big and bad and poked her chest out like access was no longer, and she's not like, girl, I just want you to understand. I don't give a fuck to speak to you.
Mm.
I don't give a fuck. What access do you have for me? I don't give a fuck. Like, you're not punishing me. Like, you know what I mean? So that like so I'm just telling her people, her fans, don't be in the chat telling me shit about her because in her mind, she's giving me moments and access has been denied. Bitch, I'm her mom motherfucking Wiggins. Bitch, I don't need her access. Bitch, I am access. So I'm letting y'all
Yes.
know the access of her name being on my page is over.
That's a key.
Or you'll be blocked because bitch, you're not giving me, that's access to, like, bitch, like I'm like needing you, like, girl, please. I was trying to be cool, but if you want to squash it, pay it, girl. But the access of your name being on my page is out, so that's what I'm telling her people. Ain't nobody stopping no access. Like, I don't give a fuck of what you get what I'm saying. Like, that's almost like, girl, please. So that's what got me. So my thing is this: if you're not gonna talk about me, I'm not gonna talk about you. But just like the access is up, then I don't want your people over here talking about you on my shit because I don't want to see you. I don't. It's no bad blood, but it's just all that access, and you have to see if I use you for clout, and I came to you, and I fuck with you, and all this. I wanted to be your friend type shit, girl. I don't. As much as I did and cool, and I don't have to, and I won't lose no sleep. But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I didn't fuck with you. Yeah, I did fuck with you because my shit was genuine. But clearly yours wasn't because you was counting it. Oh, he texted me first here. He called me first here. He was on. So then, if he ever tried me, I can pull the receipts and show all the times where he wanted to be my friend. I never reached out. So, girl, you got that. I reached out to you. You gave me the interview. All right, but you definitely didn't get me on Fox Soul. Like, everybody got me on Fox Soul, but me.
Mm.
It's like, girl.
Girl.
But it's like, what's crazy? Motherfuckers will believe that everybody else got me the job, but they won't believe that I didn't get me fired. Why couldn't everybody else have gotten me fired?
So that doesn't
You see
that
how that
doesn't
works?
fit the narrative.
Everybody got me the job, and that's believable. But when I say I ain't the reason the shit went down, that ain't believable. This is just
Well,
so
you're
fucking
only in
crazy to me.
control when
So
it's negative. When it's positive, then it's out of your control.
yes,
That was the powers that be. But if it's negative, then it's all our mind. That's how it is with fame, and that unfortunately, when you fail, it's on you, or what's perceived to be a fail is on you. When you are successful, it's your fans, it's the white men in power, the big corporate giants,
yes,
right?
yes.
You had nothing.
That's like,
You didn't.
girl.
You haven't
Yeah,
hustled for a
I
decade.
did nothing.
You haven't put
It
no
was the
work in.
MilagroGramz interview. It was this person, it was that person. All of those got me the job.
Right.
And but when they reached out to me, none of those names were mentioned.
Wow. There's that, huh? I'm like, you're
And
funny.
and if that's the case, girl, please. And here's the thing. And mind you, I don't even want to go into it. I don't even care. It's not even important. At the end of the day, let's let that rest. I'm sure she'll respond. I don't give a fuck. Do not tell me. You will be blocked. But it's just for these women and these people. Armand, it was your fault. Understand, why did this woman not take accountability for going to the internet first? And how did this somehow get spun on her having a natural disaster in Houston and not being reached out to? And Cardi B, me agreeing with Cardi B in the middle of her argument. You think I give a fuck about her arguing with Cardi B? We do the same type of work. So because she's in the middle of an argument with Cardi B, and I say I agree with Cardi B, I can't say that. But yet we on a whole HBO documentary on two different sides of the fence. We went to a whole court case sitting next to each other, laughing and passing notes, and I'm telling her how she's finna lose this fucking case. So now all of a sudden, I had to do this to get back in good grace with Cardi B, which I don't give a fuck about getting in no good grace with nobody. It's just about me and my conscience and how I feel and how I move as a human being. If I don't have no issue with nobody, if we can talk it out like I tried to do with her, we don't have to be friends, but we don't have to be beefing because I don't walk around with hate in my heart. I'm just not doing that.
Right.
Especially for people that aren't I barely know. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, yes, Cardi B, you could say she didn't like me, she didn't do this, what she could say what she wanted, but the woman didn't unfollow me. She never was like, she never came at me the way she never got disrespectful with me online.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When I called her, she answered. We talked about it. We moved on. So I have a respect level there for her, and she has a respect level there for me because at the end of the day, I didn't get out of the bucket nasty on her.
Right.
And she knew what the relationship is, and she understood the reason why I was upset, and I understand why she was upset. And we talked about it like fucking adults. If a bitch have a problem with that, kiss my motherfucking asshole.
Mhm.
Okay? I'm grown. I'm not crashing out for MilagroGramz. I'm not gonna get in here and fucking Cardi B, you're a bitch, you're seven faces, and your baby daddy's cheating on you, you know, your fucking kids is ugly. I'm not, that's not my spirit. I don't care about that.
Right.
That's not how I move.
Yeah, I feel like you keep it to the
I would never do
music.
that to her.
So,
Yeah, I'm not getting in that. Those and plus those are two women getting into it. I'm not about to be going in on her, no woman about her. I'm not doing that.
mm,
I'm just not doing it. And if the girls is fighting, that's fine. Just like when it was like I didn't know if it was her or whatever would happen with her and Claudia, whatever. I stood to the side. I'm like, girl, I defended Claudia. I mean, defended Milagro on that show, which I didn't fucking have to. Wish I wouldn't have now at this point because nobody knew, nobody talked about that. But at the same time, I said, if you're gonna respond to her, you're gonna respond to her, bitch. Go ahead, get your life, do what you need to do. I'm just out the way because I mean, she was talking about you. So if you're gonna respond, bitch, go ahead and respond. I'm not in that though because I fuck with you and I fuck with her. But girl, go ahead, bitch, do what you got to do. Because girl, she was talking about you, and then she said, well, hey, I didn't know her. I said, are you sure? Because that Malak was my friend. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Well, I called Milagro. I told her, I'm like, hey, did you see? She said, yeah, I kind of heard about it. I'm like, girl, she said, I never met her before. I was like, oh, well, girl. I said, are you going to respond? She said, yeah. I said, oh, okay. Well, do what you got to do. I can't stop you. That's between y'all. And I know nothing about it. Now I'm seated to see how this going to go, girl. But outside of that, I'm not finna go drag her or vice versa. I'm not going to do it. So.
mm. Well, hopefully,
That's just how I
this will
feel on
be
it.
the end
So.
of that and we'll move on.
Yeah, I would like it to be because I'm really trying to be on some other shit. I'm just over it because she had lost me because this narrative that she's painting is that somehow I'm trying to attach my name to hers, and that's why I'm like, girl, get your people because they keep bringing you over here. I don't talk about you. When you did the weird shit, I paid it. Okay, so that's it. That's all. Anybody else have anything else to say on this piece, or if not, forever hold it.